What's going on, everyone? It's Jack from whatculture.com and I'm here for the first ever live Fast Count. We'll do the one after three, so like 1, 2, 3. One. No, right, okay, no. Can we just hold up the finger? Oh. So first of all, we start off with the rumours that Goldberg might be returning at WrestleMania. What do we think of Goldberg potentially returning? You don't...
Never been a fan. Never been a fan of Goldberg.
Never been a fan of Goldberg. Is that some sort of WCW bias, or do you just not like him very much?
He's never been, with that passion for wrestling.
I sort of agree, but would you be excited if he ran out?
Depends where.
Where would you like him to run out?
Ryback.
So you don't think he should be in the Shane v Undertaker? No, okay.
Too big of a match for that.
Fair opinions. We'll see how that turns out on Sunday, but for now, the response is a general, yeah. Second up, we've got the news of another return, that of the Swiss superstar, well, another potential return, sorry, I should say, that of the Swiss superstar, Superman, I'm getting this all wrong, Cesaro. What do we think of a Cesaro return? Any big Cesaro fans in the building? Well, the building, any big, yeah, you? Go on then. Sorry about this. What would you think of a Cesaro return, and where would you like to see him?
Probably in the Andre the Giant Battle Royal.
Yeah. Would you want him to go over? Would you want him to win?
Of course. He could hold that above people's head, bring it back as a heel, just kind of be arrogant about it.
I like that idea. I like that very much. Do we think that he'll come back, or do you think it's just rumours?
It's just rumors.
Again, that's another news of a return and another general. And finally, the news that we've all hoped and prayed for, at least if you've got any shred of respect for women's wrestling. It's the news that the Divas Championship might be being scrapped and brought back to the Women's Championship. Do we think that's a good idea? Now, I think it's only fair if we go to a girl in the crowd for this one. Does anyone want to... What are you talking about? All right, we'll go for a boy then, because no girls are willing to talk to me. What does that say about me? We'd like to clarify, you're not actually a woman yourself, sir.
I believe so, I'm not.
You sure? About 70% sure.
I'm sure.
So would you be happy about the Divas title being replaced by the women's title?
Yeah, it's a joke. The Divas belt, it's pretty much a joke.
I think in this day and age, women's wrestling's progressed so much, you can't really have the term divas anymore. You could argue even.
That's why Adam doesn't like the show.
It's why Adam doesn't like the show. Ideally, who would you want to see as the first new women's champion?
Probably Sasha Banks.
Yeah.
What she did with Bayley what she did with Bayley back in NXT, I think it's like, yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Do we all agree with that? Sasha Banks for first women's, yeah. Now we've got some general questions from the crowd, so if we can have a nice big one on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. 1! Right, anyone, I guess.
How do you think The Rock's gonna get involved Mania on Sunday?
I think he'll open the show. Yeah, I don't think he'll do anything particularly outrageous or interfere in any matches or anything. I just think he'll come out, because the crowd are obviously going to get hot if The Rock comes out. Everyone's going to love it. Yeah. What do you think?
I don't know. I was hoping he could get involved in one of the matches just to see how that would feel like.
Which match?
Reigns. I do not want him to win.
Yeah. 2! First of all, just tell us where you've come from, because I know you've come quite a long way.
Australia.
Woo!
Yeah. Thank you.
And what is your question?
So back to women's wrestling. Do you think that they will completely eradicate the word diva as well and bring it back to women's division, or are they still going to be called divas?
I'd like them to. I think they'll phase it out gradually over the years. I think they'll keep the term divas, they'll keep Divas Division, just because total divas. Yeah, would you agree?
I would agree. I don't like it, but I would agree with it.
Yeah, fair enough.
3! What do you think the reception for Roman Reigns is going to be?
Sorry, you're English?
Yeah.
Hey! Okay. Go on, sorry.
What do you think the reception for Roman Reigns is going to be? And if it's bad, how do you think they'll deal with it, if they will?
So you're assuming he's going to win?
I think he's going to win, yeah.
I mean, the reception for him, win or lose, or anything, is going to be... I mean, WrestleMania is a fairly smarky crowd, a very smarky crowd. It's going to be bad, isn't it? He's going to get booed a lot. Everyone here just confirmed beforehand to camera that they would boo Roman Reigns if he came out. I don't know how they'll deal with it, but I'm really morbidly curious to see how they would.
Do you think they'll bring The Rock out?
That didn't work at the Royal Rumble though.
No, but I mean, if you actually have him involved in the match rather than just bring him out for the celebration, say DX come out to help Triple H, then The Rock comes out, helps him win, would that not help more than just a big guy?
It's an interesting one. We've got a proper discussion going on here.
I just think because it happened before, it won't work this time at all. The only way they can put Roman over is if they did a double turn with like Dean.
We've got some very interesting opinions there. I think the answer to your question is no one knows how they're going to solve it, but the reaction will definitely be bad. What is going to happen in Shane McMahon v The Undertaker? Would anyone like to hazard a guess as to what would happen in Shane v Undertaker? Yes. I'm going to get on the ledge. Oh. What do you think's going to happen?
I think there's going to be a run-in, and I think...
Run-in or run-ins?
Run-ins, I reckon. So I reckon Vince is going to have a man for Undertaker, and I think that man might be Samoa Joe.
Oh, very interesting.
And I think the run-in for Undertaker, Shane McMahon, the Mean Street Posse.
Did you hear that? Mean Street? Are you deadly serious?
No, I think maybe Austin might come down for him.
Maybe Austin. I'll tell you what, if the posse come down, I'll pop for you. I'll be in the crowd like, yeah, just me. If Steve Blackman comes down, I'm basically I'm gonna rush the ring and hug him. Like I'm not really. If you're watching this WWE officials, I'm not gonna rush the ring. What's WrestleMania gonna be like? Adam kind of asked this earlier, but are you guys optimistic? Are you feeling negative about it, or do you think, as everyone said before, it's gonna be fine? Would anyone like to offer their opinions? Go on there, sir.
I'm actually more cautiously optimistic now, knowing that like we've been told that Cena has pretty much been cleared. Seth Rollins might be coming back. Had the Balor Club potentially debuting. I'm cautiously optimistic that they could actually make this more of a WrestleMania to remember, especially in the main event matches.
I think so too, because you've got to remember that like it's WrestleMania. WWE always pull it out of the bag at WrestleMania. They've done it the past 2 years. I mean, they've kind of got it down now, so I'm also cautiously optimistic. So we've finally solved something here on the Fast Count for once. 3. Who's your favourite member of what culture? I mean, let's just have a show of hands for Blombier, I guess. Wow, that's quite... Okay, have we got any King Ross fans in the house? He's too busy, but, you know, you'll get to meet him later on. I don't want to ask for myself, it's not very modest, but is anyone alright with me? Oh, the boys. And finally, Kenny McIntosh as well, who's also busy over there. But no one for Kenny, are you joking? One for Kenny! Kenny! You've got a fan. You've got a fan. Finally, I think this is completely unplanned, but I think just to end the best Fast Count we've ever done, I think Sam needs a round of applause because the work he puts in is absolutely unbelievable. Sorry, man, I had to. He's all our favourite members here of What Culture, just for the sheer effort he puts in, so I think that's a nice way to end it. I'm sorry, mate, I'm sorry. I've been Jack the Jobber. This has been the best, most chaotic, and also maybe in a way the worst Fast Count we've ever done. And we'll see you soon.